already made a commitment to make sure we recover them or get their release as soon as possible. As we speak now, everything is being done, and I believe, hopefully, we should get some good news very soon.
There is no one single panacea you're providing to say, oh, this is the solution to it. But my understanding of the whole issue is that government at all levels, we are in Niger State, are doing their best to see first how they can understand the problem with a view to providing solution. Our visit here to see His Excellency the Governor of Niger State is for us to show our solidarity and to also show him support at this very difficult time. That definitely members of the National Assembly are with him, as we have always done. Whenever these attacks happen, the next day, through our legislative intervention, we are able to tell the world that this is what is happening to our state. And I think our visit here is to show that, yes, we are concerned.
The story of the abduction is still one that has not been well told.
Yes.
You witnessed it.
Yes, exactly. Yes, it was on 14th, Sunday, February 2021. We are on our way back to Mina from Rijau. So when we reach Tunhu village before Zingeru bridge, so we just saw some gunmen. They stopped the driver with guns. They started shooting. Along the way, they now shot at the driver boy, something like that. That's what they call them. They are a driver in Hausa. So they now shot him 2 bullets. They now asked the driver to open the door. They enter. As they enter, they were shouting, "Bring out your money! Give us the money! Give us the money! Or we'll kill you! Bring out your phones!" We now decided to give them all our phones and money that we have. Later on, they now said, "Oh yeah, all of you should come down." We started coming down. From there, they now sent us inside the bush. We started trekking from there. We trekked like about 5 kilometers. Then they now decided to pity the women. They started taking us with the bike. After taking with the bike, they now started taking us with the bike. Then around that 5 o'clock, we stopped. We decided to wait for the boys to come. From there, we now went ahead another 60 kilometers. From there, with our barefooted, they started beating us. But most of the women, their beating was lesser than that of the men. Some were injured. So that was what happened. We trekked like that for 4:30 a.m. in the morning. They now asked us to sleep on the rock. Around that 7 o'clock, they wake us up that we should start going. From there, we trekked like about 15 kilometers, I guess. So from there, they now took us to our destination where we are going to sleep. That is under the mango tree. From there, they now asked us that we should now decide to make some videos so that they can put it on the internet for government to see. Because they were telling us that their target is for the government. And since they saw the government vehicle, so they started to stop us. That is luxurious, NSTA luxurious. From there, after the video, they explode everything on the internet. So in the evening.
What was there? I mean, network connection. Was there service? How were they able to do that?
No, they have to trek to the rock, another rock, not where we are staying. So it was the next day. I don't know. It was the government. They now sent the flight. The flight was targeting that mango tree. To that very day, our life was in danger. Because most of us, some were urinating on their body. Because most of our old women, they were even scared. Some, they have hypertension. So we are all scared. That's what happened from there. So from there, when they now saw the target was on them, so they decided to shift us another 7 kilometers ahead. That is the next day. So from that's how we'll be shifting from one destination to another.
Okay. Now, the people you're talking about, describe them for us.
They cannot be described. They are armed. They are armed.
Heartless people.
They are heartless. They are fearless. Because they were saying that they are going to kill us. And they mean it. I swear they mean it. because they swear that it was yesterday they give the deadline, that from yesterday they will start killing the men, today morning they will start with the women. And the man swear, and he mean it.
The man you're talking about is the leader?
Is the leader.
Did he say his name?
Yes, he said his name, something like Kachalla Ali. Something like Kachalla Ali. They were just complaining about the government, that the government promising them something during the election. All these fake promises of politics. So they didn't fulfill it. That was what tempted them to be into this bandit of 18 and kidnapping. But what they promised us that, and I asked one of them that, what do you want from the government? They were telling us that what we want is that if the government can fulfill their promises. And I asked them what was their promises. They were saying that shelter. The government promised them to give them hospital, good education. They will pay some of them salaries, something like that, farms and everything. But the government refused. After the election was fulfilled, the government now decided not to fulfill their promises. That was what they've been saying. It's government.
So, 7 days in the bush. How were you faring? What were you eating? What were you drinking?
We've been drinking dirty water. That is the river water. The water they will bath with the water in the river. They will now give us to drink it. I'm very happy. I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for rescuing us, because most of my family was the largest members of this thing. Kidnap this thing. We are the largest, about 16. So when we were there, we were just thinking how our parents were feeling, and because we've even lose hope already that we're going to die. We are not going to see our family. But we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we survive and we are here with our family. But my advice is for the government now. Please, the government should do something very fast, because these people are dangerous. What we are seeing is that most of the arms you people are not expecting they have it, and they can deal with any other person.
We're about 56. We're approaching Zingeru Bridge. When we saw them, the Fulani headsmen were gone, more than 30. And immediately the driver saw them, he locked the door. They were telling him to open the door. He didn't open the door. They started shooting. They shoot about 3 times. The driver dodged. We told him to open the door. He opened the door. They said we should bring our phones and we should bring money. We gave them the money. We were thinking they will allow us to go. So they said we should come down. We started following them to the bush. We trek, with some of us climb machine. We continue trekking.
How many females?
For almost, we were 20 female.
Did they make any attempt to do anything?
No. They said they don't do anything with women. Okay. Anybody that attempt to rape, they will kill that person. Yes. We were the one cooking. They said we, the old women, should sit down. The younger ladies should cook for them. Thank you.
We traveled to a friend wedding. On our way coming back, we meet them on our way. Before Zingeru Bridge, that is where we meet them. When we meet them, they say we should park our car. Immediately we park, before we even come out, they start shooting. When they start shooting, at that time, look at even my head, where the bullet just passed towards my head. I haven't thanked God, because when I start seeing blood at that moment, I thought I can't move from there again. That's all my thought. But with God, we thank God. I moved with them from there to the bush. We go almost 24-hour trekking. 24-hour trekking.
Climb machine at any point.
Yes, sometimes if they took the gas from here, maybe to reach Paiko, they will drop them. Come back, picking the boys there one by one. If you go front, they will leave you there. Came back and pick other people to front again. That's how we did from that afternoon to morning. If you reach throughout the night.
Were you given any food by them?
We are given a food, but the food that we are given, sometimes they will just give you a food, just simple food. It's just a small food they will give you. Maybe you eat food in the morning till evening before you get another food. And water there, the water that cows drinks, that's what we drink there. Contaminated water.
That's what they are giving you.
That's what we are drinking there.
Okay. Who were the people cooking there?
We are the one cooking for ourselves.
They will ask us to cook, then
They asked you to cook.
They will ask us to cook.
When you sleep in the night, how do you sleep?
We sleep barefooted in the ground. Bare floor.
Do they tie your hand when you sleep?
Nothing like tight. But look at guns, everything in our head. Beating 2-4.
They keep beating you every day.
Yes, they keep beating every day. In daily basis.
So when you got to the camp, how many people did you meet in the camp?
At that camp we meet only one person.
Only one person.
Yes, that they kidnapped there.
A victim.
A victim. One victim there that we meet.
How many of them did you people meet that day that kidnapped you on the road? How many were there?
We don't know how many there are. There are much.
Precisely about 10 of them.
10?
Yes.
Yes.
Attacked us
Who attack us?
on our way.
But when you continue to move into the bush, you see more of them, or
Yes.
you see the 10 that they are.
No.
No, we have seen most of them on our way moving to the bush.
Where they kept, is it under the tree or just on top of hill? Where were you kept?
The first one they took us is on top on on hill.
Yes.
The first one is on hill. The second one that we move from there is just under Mango Street.
Under Mango.
Yes, the second one. The third one we move again. The same thing. That one is inside bush. Yes, complete bush.
That was the final destination where you are until you were rescued.
Yes, that's the final destination where you are until we are rescued.
Nothing like ransom. Like we've said, it is the policy of the state government not to offer ransom. But of course, we are dialoguing to see how we release them unconditionally, and that is what was achieved. The concern of the government is to have all captives released, but of course, emphasis now is on the ones we know. We are more concerned about the NSTA bus, which has been concluded, and of course, we are on the Kagara Science College students, and that is on. And of course, any other victim anywhere, once we have an information about their whereabouts, the government will engage them into negotiation to ensure that all captives are released unconditionally.
Bari in ganta tukuna.
come on, right? Let us see finish.
Thank you, Mama.
Ga sultana ina zuwa dan
Allah kiyaye na gaba sannu
Thank you.